Here's a micro helicopter spot landing contest idea, plus a way to keep the helicopter from sliding around so much.
A lot of folks have asked me why their ETRM helicopters always turn to the left when they take off. Well, the reason being is that it only turns one direction, and this isn't spinning fast enough to do the controlling and counteract the torque of the main blade. So you've got to hold right on there on takeoff, and as you come up on the throttle, you gradually recentered it at half throttle. And otherwise, you see it wants to always go to the left on takeoff. Now I have a simple solution for that. This is the very first ETRM helicopter. Many of you have seen this already before. But again, you can see right here, the prop only goes one way. And even with the dual speed controller, it was difficult to run. You had to hold right nose all the time on takeoff.
I've used rubber skids on my bigger helis for years. They keep the plastic struts from wearing out as an extra bonus. Well, some companies even sell them, but for the little helis, this is my ideal.
This is the part that wears out, the plastic part right there in the middle of the skid. If it's scraping around on the ground, it wears out right here, and pretty soon it's gone. But by putting rubber tubing on there, just cut a piece of tubing, slide it on the end, that keeps the helicopter also from sliding around on smooth surfaces. Small helicopters like the Hughes 300 or the Blade with kind of rotating blades, they don't have so much torque on them. But they will slide off something if you're trying to land on something smooth. They'll just slide off. So all you need is some silicone tubing. Cut it in pieces like this. And I'm going to put it on with a little amazing goop on each one of these. Just split the hose, put it on, just like that.
The goop keeps the rubber or silicone tubing from rolling like wheels, so you gotta make sure you put that on.
So now when you go to take off, you still gotta hold right rudder stick, but it won't slide around as much. You'll find it way easier, especially taking off on smooth surfaces too, like the kitchen table.
So instead of a simple, easy land in the circle on the ground contest, let's go for a more challenging game. Well, so here's my idea for a spot landing contest now that the heli won't slide around so much. Many people like to land on elevated pedestal type pads. The problem is if you miss, you most likely will hit the blades on the landing pad and down it'll go. You see it's hard to fall off of an X painted on the ground. But if you do like to do the pedestal pad flying, then give your heli a chance with some rubber skid pads. I'd love to see your videos of you landing on this kind of container with a smooth lid. I'll prove all that are appropriate, or send them in as a video response.
So see, if you wanted to just practice your landing on something smooth like this, a real target, it isn't going to fall off as easy. You can land on it.
Okay, let's try the Blade MSR. It's a true ETRM. A Metamucil container is what I'm using, but a peanut butter jar works well too. This is good practice due to the ground effects coming off the jar also.
There you go. So there's a little contest that you can have, folks, and have some fun and have a little advantage with the rubber skids.
That was fun. Now let me see you do it.